Hello, I'm Claudia Kay, and we are halfway through my static sales, and I have to give you guys a big, huge thank you for everybody that has watched my videos, for everybody that has claimed items. Thank you so much. The sales are going even better than I had hoped, and I'm so grateful that you guys like the stuff. Originally, I'd planned to do 12 days of static sales. I'd had a fibromyalgia flare-up and had not been able to film and get them started on the day that I wanted to. So one of the days you're going to get 2 sales on the same day, and they'll be labeled part 1 and part 2. One is going to be $5 mugs. One is going to be $10 art. Some of that art is worth far more than $10, and some of it maybe isn't worth $10. Art is subjective. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But in order to make some of these sales a little easier on me, across the board, everything in that sale is going to be $10, and everything in the mug sale, $5. Just a few things. If you have moved, or if you've never purchased from me before, please make sure that you are emailing me with your YouTube name, your real name, your shipping address, and your PayPal email. Almost everybody has updated their info with me. I still have everybody's info from previous sales. I did not delete any of that. I just was inactive on here for a couple months. So I don't need your updated info unless there has been changes, which people have already sent me new info because they've moved or they are new to me for sales. So if that's the case, if you're new to me for sales, or if you're not sure if you've ever purchased from me before, go ahead and send me the email at claudiakvintage@gmail.com. It's greatly appreciated. That way I don't have to scramble when I sit down and start to invoice and can't find your address. The other thing is, just want to make it really clear, if you are a reseller and you are purchasing items from me and you are turning around and reselling them, I think that's fantastic. I love that. That does not bother me at all. In fact, I hope that you can make some money off of these items if you're a reseller and that the shipping cost didn't suck all of the profit out of it. I am not trying to make a bunch of money here. I am trying to buy new glasses. I need new glasses. But what I'm trying to do is get the items out there to people who would appreciate them. And if you missed the intro video at the beginning of all of these sales, if it doesn't sell from these static sales, which run through July 31st midnight, it is going into my garage sale August 1st and 2nd. So my mom had come down here and had seen the massive amount of glass sitting around. She's like, this is all going to go outside in a garage sale? And she goes, what if people bump into it and break stuff? And I'm like, Mom, do you know how much they break if I donate it to a thrift store? I'm like, 50% of that glassware is not even making it out on the floor. Cannot tell you the amount of times I've been in Goodwill, Volunteers of America, the smaller like church thrift shops around here, and you hear a massive crash in the back. Massive. And you know, there just went a whole bunch of good glass. So, it's going to go into my garage sale. Now, the other thing that I could do with it is I could make up some more mystery boxes. Maybe. I just don't know time-wise if I'm going to have time before, you know, like Saturday, I could see the things that haven't sold in the previous sales, because usually people have all watched it between the first 48 hours that it's been up, and then I'm not going to sell much more out of them. I don't know. Should I do mystery boxes? You guys tell me. Because I could potentially maybe do mystery boxes. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. So that's where I'm at with that. So yeah, huge thank you to you guys. Huge thank you. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for loving the stuff that I love, because this stuff is most of it from my personal collection, and it is absolutely stuff I love. And it's funny because I didn't pop up onto the vintage scene until 2021, but I have been collecting vintage glass and thrifting since I was in my early 20s. I think I was 18 or 19 the first time I bought my first piece of, because I moved into my first apartment when I was 18, right after graduated. And so thrifting or garage sailing, probably that summer I added my first piece of glass to the things I'd already collected from my grandmother. So yeah, it's been a lifetime of collecting before I am now finally paring down to the final pare down. Everything that I have left fits in my bedroom with a couple pieces my mom has. Like, there are swans in her living room now. So I think the brass swans that Tiger had gifted me are in her living room. She liked those. And then a cranberry glass swan is in her living room. And then the forest green, I can't remember the exact name of that dish set, but that she loved, and that is in the dining room cabinets, and we've been using it. So I did keep some of my things, but Pastel Kitchen is not my mom's style at all. So all of that had to go, and she wasn't gonna let me put poodles anywhere. So I had done a really good job of paring down my poodles before I moved in with my sister. So I do still have a whole shelf of poodles displayed in my room, have my glass swans, have my salt cellars. So I do still have quite a few collections in my room. Kept most of my jewelry collection, and a lot of my jewelry collection is now stored in vintage clear glass candy dishes, the crystal, and then one of them's a really old piece. And so I still kept quite a large amount of stuff. And with I'm going to have some pottery that's up for sale that my son's handmade. It's hand-thrown pottery by my boys. And I picked just a few choice pieces, but my mom already had a large collection. I had a massive collection, and a lot of it I paid my boys for when they needed money for something, and I wanted them to believe that their art was worth what it was worth. And so I paid them retail for their hand-thrown pottery. So Mom moved some of her collection around to keep some of my favorite pieces. I have like the ones that they specifically made for me and gifted me on a Mother's Day or my birthday. Those are in my room. I was able to have room for those. So don't feel bad that I'm getting rid of sentimental pieces. I'm not. The ones I'm putting up for sale were things I had purchased from them. And my boys made a lot of pottery. And in fact, my youngest son, who went into the military and is in boot camp right now, had still been making pottery right up until he left. So he was still selling pieces. So they're very prolific pottery makers. There's no sentimental value attached to the pieces that I'm going to have up for sale. And these, honestly, if they don't sell, will probably work somewhere into the collection in the house. I don't think I will put them in the garage sale. But everything else, garage sale. There's not room for it. So anyway, just wanted to say thank you to everybody. Just wanted to let you know that if you can resell it, love that. I hope you make a profit off of it. And if you are just buying it to display in your home because you think it's beautiful, love that too, because I thought it was beautiful and that's why I had it. If you have any questions about what's going on with me or whatever, or if you think I should do a few more mystery boxes, put it down below, let me know. And don't forget, as you're watching these videos, to go ahead and hit that like button. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys. Remember, be kind. It doesn't cost you anything, and it may mean everything to someone else.